Good afternoon, Brigid. How are you today?
I'm very well. How are you?
Brigid, I am absolutely fantastic. Thanks for asking. Welcome to the Business Spotlight. Thanks very much for sharing your time with me this afternoon. Could we start, Brigid? Could you tell me a little about yourself, your professional background and your business, please?
Yes, we're a 60-year-old family business. It was my father who was one of the original founders of Derry Bros. There were transport, farming, shipping agent. Oh, there was lots of things went on, and that's the environment that I was brought up in. And then he sadly died in 2000. So I've sort of taken the business then for the last 30. Well, I've worked in it for the last 35 years. So yeah, it's been fun and games.
I'm sorry to hear about your father. Tell me a little. What does the business focus on now? What is it? How
So
how would I explain Derry Bros to my 12-year-old daughter?
we are a shipping agent and a customs clearance agent. But on the back of all of that, we are now building a software platform that will enable importers and exporters to do customs clearance a lot more simply and a lot more easily than what it is today.
And tell me about your target market. What sort of people and organizations can benefit from working with Derry Bros?
The shipping side is really white van man, haulier, people who can't get their own accounts, maybe can't get bookings on the ferry companies, just a wide range of that. And then the customs side is anyone that imports or exports from Ireland, UK, or Europe.
And tell me, again, I'm guessing that Brexit has had a big impact on your business and people involved around that. So tell me a little about that. Is it as bad as people think, or is it
No,
just an
no,
opportunity?
as long as you know what you're doing, then it's fine. um, I think for us, we were only really a shipping agent until Brexit came along, and then we realised that a lot of our customer base needed a helping hand to be able to survive after Brexit happened. So we then decided to open a company called Derry Brothers Customs Clearance, which was really hard at the very start because no one knew what they were really doing. And then from that, we then have realised that we have been able to build a system called Digicom, which will really speed up custom clearance paperwork. So at the moment, we are probably about 80% finished with the system. We're testing some of it at the moment. And yeah, it will really help big importers, exporters, e-commerce, all that type of thing to do paperwork a lot quicker, a lot faster, and get the results back.
And is it on the market now, or is it still in the pipeline at Digicom?
It's a bit of both. Some of it is ready to go to market, and some of it is still in the process of being developed.
And what would you, since taking the helm of the business, albeit in very sad circumstances back in 2000, but since then, Brigid, what would you say has been your biggest lesson as a business leader?
Believing in yourself probably is the biggest thing that you learn. As once you know your job, you know that you can take it where you need to take it. Um, I think it's that and building the right team around you so that they're as strong and as focused as you are, and that you're never really, I don't know, above them, if that makes sense. You're sort of always on the same level as them. Like we're still a small team, but we're a very close knit team, and we make a lot of decisions together and we move forward together. And I think that's very important.
And life and business are full of surprises. What has been the biggest surprise so far in your business journey?
Ooh. Um, there's probably been a few. Just how the market changes, like you've got to be ready for change all the time because technology has, in the last 35 years, technology has massively moved forward. Did we ever think we were ever going to develop a software platform for customs clearance? Never. Um, there's just lots and lots of different things, even like how your accountancy packages have changed, how how people think has changed, how logistics has changed. Everything is definitely different to what it was using a pen and a piece of paper years ago.
And are there any business leaders, either in Northern Ireland or anywhere in the world, or that you've sort of looked up to or have inspired you along the way?
I actually think my dad was the biggest one. He definitely inspired me. Like his background was that they really came from nothing and their mother died when they were very, very young. And himself and like all his siblings all ended up having really good businesses. So yeah, there's a lesson in hard work and determination, I think, there.
Yeah, he sounds like quite a man. So tell me, what gets you out of bed in the morning and drives your passion for your business?
My team, my customer base, just the love that I have for what I do. There's always, every day tells another story. There's always something different happening. There's always another way of thinking. It's the thinking on your feet all the time. Yeah,
And if
that's
you were cast away in a desert island and you're only allowed a book or a podcast or both, what would you be either watching or listening to?
oh god, not neither. Literally always thinking of what's the next thing to do. How can we make what we're doing better? How can we make it faster? How can we yeah, it's podcasts and books. I'm just not yeah, not into
All
them.
right. And if you could, if it were possible and you could go back in time and give some advice to your 18-year-old self, firstly, would you listen to it? And secondly, what would it sound like?
No, probably wouldn't listen because I was pretty determined even then. It was always that drive just to be better and better and better. And really and truly, I suppose, from I was 16, I've always been on that entrepreneurial journey. And always thinking of what's next. And yeah, it's been fun. I don't think I'd change anything. And I think it was always probably too headstrong to actually listen to my 18-year-old self.
And if somebody likes what they've heard, Brigid, and would like to sort of reach out and get in touch either with you or the business, what would be the best way for them to go about that?
Yeah, just send us an email or yeah, just ring through to the office, whatever, and no problem. We'll go back and chat to them.
Brilliant. Well, Brigid Derry, sorry, go on.
It would be nice to hear from some people.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Brigid Derry from Derry Bros Shipping and Customs Limited, thank you very much for sharing your story and your journey and your time this afternoon. I wish you all the success for the rest of 2024 and beyond. Brigid, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much. Thank you.